happened. I don't know if my network is good or not. I really don't know. So we are going to draft my Lula. What happened to it? We are going to draft an overbust corset, but my network I think is not good. According to the picture I'm receiving here, the network is not good. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? It's not good. Oh my God. The network is really, really, really not good. Okay. So we are going to start with pattern drafting. Yeah. I hope the network favors me. I'm trying to check my network and see what the problem is. Then we shall begin. A moment, please. A moment, a moment. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Yes, today we are going to draft an overbust corset. Just chill, what are you talking about? So today we are going to draft an overbust corset. So Yeah, we are going to start with pattern drafting. My network is not so good, but you bear with me. Okay. So I hope everything turns out well. And yeah, so you're going to start with a front pattern. Let me get some markers here. And my measuring tape. It is better to use a pencil for your drafting, but since I need this to be visible, I'll use a marker. But if you're drafting your pattern and you're not doing it for any shoot or anything, you're supposed to use a pencil. It will be easier for you. You can rub, you can do everything you want with a pencil. Another thing, oh my goodness, this network will kill me today. This network will just kill me. So you draft with, you use your pencil, okay? Instead of a marker, you use a pencil. So I'm only using a marker because it's what will be precise enough or visible enough. So let's begin. We are going to begin with the front pattern. As I always tell you, I take off an inch or 0.5 inches on this line. So I'll take that off. So this is going to be my beginning point. I told you, use your pencil when you're drafting. It is better than a marker, but since oh my god, I really can't tell what is going on. It's either my so I'm going to take my measurements. I'm going to take my shoulder to bust. My shoulder to bust is 10 inches. Shoulder to bust, 10. Shoulder to under bust, 13. Shoulder to waist, 16. And how long I want my corset to be, I'll take 22 inches. Okay. So I'll also come this side and take the same measurements. Shoulder to bust, 10. Shoulder to under bust, 13. Shoulder to waist, 16. Shoulder to full length, 22 inches. Okay. So I'm going to make these lines like this. I'll come and make the bust line, make the under bust line, make the waistline. This is okay. So you can mark them as shoulder line, bust, under bust, waist, full length. Okay, so let's take our measurements. I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5 inches. I'll come also on the bust line and take my shoulder divide by 2, which is 7.5 inches. Then to come up by 2 inches from that line to make a chest line. I'll make the chest line here. So I'm going to come here on my shoulder line and come by 1 inch down to make a shoulder slope. So before even that, I'm going to come on this line and make my neckline. I'll use a neckline of 3 by 3 inches. Okay, we shall improve this later. So we are going to make this curve here like this and connect this to here. Okay, so we are going to come on this line, divide it by 2 and make a mark here, get in by 0.5 inches and then make a curve, or what we call a armhole. Okay, a moment. Yes, please. So we are going to come and make our nipple to nipple measurement. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 7. You divide it by 2 is 3.5. So I'm going to come and mark 3.5 on all these lines. So I'm going to curve in by 3.5. I want my my boning to be in a slanting position. So I'm going to come in again by 1 inch from the bust dart, from the 0.5. So I'll come like this from here. Okay. So my line is going to slant a bit like this because I want my boning to face, to be in a slanting position. My goodness. So I'm going to come on my waistline and take a dart of 1.5 inches. You can take a dart of 2 inches according to how should I say big you are. So I'm going to take a waist dart of 1.5 inches, 0.75 on one side and 0.75 on the other side to make 1.5 inch. I really don't know what happened to this network. So the dart is going to come like this here, and then it will come like this, then it will come like this, and then it will come like this. I told you use a pencil for this. So we now have our dart, the first dart. We are going to make 2 darts on this corset. So let me use a pencil here, we'll see. So I'm going to come and measure my bust measurement divided by 4. My bust measurement divided by 4 is 9.5. So this is the 9.5. I'll mark it. And I'll mark the same measurement on my chest line. So after that, I'm going to snatch my waist a bit. You may choose to reduce on your waist measurement by 4 inches round your waist. Let's assume your waist is 36. If your waist is 36, let me get a paper here. I show you on the paper. Assuming your waist is 36, you reduce 4 inches from 36. You'll get 32. So 32 is what you're going to use. So this 4 inch is also, this 4 inch, you're going to divide it around all the patterns, and make another dart. Okay, I hope you got me. I hope you get me. If your waist, you're going to snatch your waist a bit. This is a corset, you need to snatch in the waist a little bit. So what we are going to do, you can take away 4 inches from your waist. Assuming your waist is 36, you're going to get your 36 of the waist and you reduce 4 inches from your waist. Divide these 4 inches on all the piece. This is quarter of your pattern. So it means we are going to take 1 inch here. It means it will be 4 inches for the whole waist. So if we take 1 inch here under the back, 1 inch, it means the 4 inches we've taken them off. So that's it. I hope you got me. I just hope you got me. So for the 4 inches, what we are going to do, to take away these 4 inches, we are going to make another dart here. And to make another dart, we are going to make that dart 0.5 inches. So if it is 0.5 inches, it means the 0.5, we are going to add it on this same pattern. Okay, I hope you got me. So I'm going to come on my waist again and add 0.25 on one side, 0.25 on one side, and the remaining 0.5, I'm going to use it to make another dart. I hope you understood. I just hope. So I'm going to come here and add 0.25. I'll measure it from 1. It is here. 0.25. And I'm going to come here also and measure 0.25, which is this. So I'm going to relocate my dart again in the waist. Okay. So I'm going to come on my bust line. You get your bust measurement, you divide it by 4. My bust measurement divided by 4 is 8.5. Under bust measurement, I mean. My under bust measurement divided by 4 is 8.5. Okay. So 5. I'm going to measure this dart. This dart is how many? It is 0.75. So I'm going to snatch also my waist, my under bust a bit. I will also get 0.5, take 0.25 from this side and 0.25 from this side. So I'm going to come and take 0.25 here and 0.25 on this side. So I'm going to connect. Remember, we relocated this. I'm going to connect this to here and this to here, and then I'll get this my curve rule and make a curve like this also on this side and make a curve like this. So I'm going to come on this line. I'm going to come on this. This is the full length, and come out by 0.5 on one side and 0.25 again on one side and 0.25 on the other side. That's the issue of using markers. It cannot be so accurate. So I come out by 0.25 and I'll come out also by 0.25. So I hope you understood. The 1 inch I added on the waist, the 0.5 I added on this waist is just the inch I'm going to snatch out from the waist. So I just added 0.5 on each, 0.5 on the whole dart. It might be more because I've used a marker. I've added 0.25 on one side, 0.25 on this side, making 0.5 inch. So the rest of the inch, I'm going to add it on this side. So what we are going to do now, we are going to measure again another 3.5 inches from the bust point. So from the bust point, I'm going to measure 3.5 inches. I'm going to take the same measurement I used for the nipple to nipple. So it will be 3 inches. You can see 3.5 inches. So I'll also come here from this line and take another 3.5 inches. And this line I've taken, this 3.5 inches I've taken, I'm going to take it up to the armhole. So I'll straighten up this line like this. Take 7 inches, it is 7 inches, and take 7 inches. So this line will have to start like from here, and I have to point it here. So it has to come like this to get to this point. So this is how it's supposed to be. This line comes from here to here. It has to connect to the armhole. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a dart of 0.5 inches, meaning I'm going to take 0.25 on one side and 0.25 on the other side to make the 1 inch which we did here. So I will just come and take 0.25 and 0.25 on this side and make a dart. Okay, so on this line here down, I'll also take 0.25 and 0.25. So from here to down it will be, so that is our second dart. So this is our second dart. And now what I'm going to do again, I'm going to come up on this line and divide the shoulder line. So I'll divide the shoulder, divide by 2 and mark a point here. So after marking that point, I'm going to come and connect this line to here. So another thing I'm going to do, I've joined this line to the dart. So I'm going to take my my bust dart. Okay, so I'll take the bust dart. First of all, I'm going to come here and measure. This is enough. This is enough. So for the waist, for the under bust, we are going to measure the under bust. Under bust measurement was 8.5. We shall add this dart. This dart is 0.75. 0.75, and a sewing allowance of 1 inch. Or you can leave the sewing allowance, because at the end of the day you will cut and put the sewing allowance. So I'll not put the sewing allowance. Let me leave it out. So I'm going to connect this point here first. So I'm going to come like this and connect first to here. Now I'm going to take the under the bust dart. This is my bust line. I'm going to take the bust dart. To take the bust dart, you have to know your front waist and the back waist and front waist. So most times the back waist is shorter than the front waist. So if your back waist is, let's say, if your front waist is 16, your back waist might be 15, it might be 14.5, it might be so the difference between your front waist and the back waist is what you take on the bust dart. So my bust dart is 1.5 inches. That's the difference from my waist, from my front waist to my back waist. It is 1.5 inches. So I'm going to get 1.5 inches and mark it here and bring it up to here. So this is a dart. That is my bust dart. Okay. So what we are going to do, I'm going to first splash here. I'm going to first cut the dart here and also splash here and see what we have. Let me come here like this. This dart has to be straightened. You have to straighten this dart. Yeah, you have to straighten this dart now. Okay, so you come from here and go up like this and come from here and go up like this. So it is passing here like this, like this. I hope you can see. This line is no longer here. Okay. So now we have covered our bust dart. So what we are going to do, we are going to come here on our on this line that cuts across the shoulder, and what is it? What do they call it? Contour it. Yeah, I'll say, is that the right word? I don't know. So we are going to contour it so that it gives a good fit on the chest line or the neckline, whatever. So we are going to remove this, put it back, come and determine where we want our neckline to pass. So I'll come here from the neckline and see how deep I want my corset to end. If you want your bust to show a bit, you can go as up to the chest line or deeper, maybe 9 inches below. That's 1 inch below the chest line, depending on what you want. Okay, so I want mine, I'll take the chest line, this line. So I'm going to bring my, let me use this rule and determine corset to stop my bust. So from the bust line, I'm going to go up by 3 inches. Let me go up by 3 inches. Okay. So this is completely up to you. Whatever you choose to do, that is your choice. Okay. So you can go 3 inches, you can come deeper. It depends on you. So I'm coming up by 3 inches. 3 inches is the difference between my bust to under bust. That's where I'm going to take the gapping. I'm going to reduce the gapping from. So I'll come here and make this line. So if from your bust to your under bust is 4, you use 4 here to take the gapping out from your neckline. If from your bust to under bust is 2.5, you use 2.5 here. If from your bust to under bust, whatever measurement you have is the measurement you use to take away the gapping on the neckline. So I'll take away a gapping, I'll contour my neckline by 1.5 inches. If you have a bust that is a heavy bust, or bulk is not the right word, if your busty your bust is a little bit big, so you can use 2 inches. So I'm going to use 1.5 inches. I'll take I'm going to take 0.75 on one side and 0.75 on the other side. So I'll come here and take the 0.75, and I'll also take the 0.75. So this is what I have now. 0.75. So now we are going to determine where we want our neckline to pass and how long you want it to be on this side. So I'm going to come with my, I said I want mine to be 9 inches. So I'll come from the neckline and go down by 9 inches. 9 inches will not be too small. Huh? 9 inches, the bust will show so much. Let me take 8 inches. Let me use the chest line. 8 inches. So this is where I want my, nani to stop, my neckline to pass. So I'm going to come here and slash this. I have to be careful not to slash it completely. So this is when we have covered this dart. So I'm going to take my measurement from here to where I want it to stop. Okay, so I'm going to get my curved rule, take where I want my corset to pass from. So let me take it from here. You can take it from here, you can take it from here, anywhere you want. That's according to you. And you can make your shape, sweetheart, any shape you want. But I'll use this. So I'm going to get my marker and take so this will be my neckline. This will be my neckline here. Okay. So I'll take it back. So I have to take this to up here. This is where the two lines are going to connect. Yes, that's how it will be. So yeah, that's it for the neckline. Now we are going to deal with the waistline and the rest of the corset. So we are done with the upper part. So now we are going to take our waist measurement. So my waist was 8.5 inches. So 8.5, it's 8.5, it's my waist divided by 4 is 8.5. Okay, so 8.5, I'm going to add this dart. This dart is, the first dart was 1.5 inches. So whatever dart, this dart we added the 0.5 and the 0.25 on this side, we don't add it. Okay, so on our full length, let's consider it as our hip measurement. I'm going to get my hip measurement divided by 4, which is 11.25. 11.25. Then we are going to add this dart. because we are not contouring the butt, we need to replace this. So this is 0. It's supposed to be 0.5, and here 0.5. So we are adding 1 inch. So this is like this, and here it's like I hope you got me, but Nange. I hope you got me. You understood what I explained. I'll go over it again one time. This is an overbust corset. So we measure the bust. We measure our measurements. We do a normal basic pattern, I would say, for the start. Then we make a nipple to nipple measurement on the bust point. This was the bust point. We come here on the hip line, and we come from the bust point by 1 inch. We come inside. The bust point was 3.5. The nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 here was 3.5. But since I wanted a slanted line, I wanted to put my boning in a slanting position, I needed to come in by 1 inch from the nipple to nipple divided by 2. So I took the nipple to nipple here to 3.5 inches. Then I came here and took 2.5 inches. Then from my waist measurement, I reduced 4 inches, which means since this is a quarter of my pattern, it will be 1 inch per quarter of a pattern. So that 1 inch, I divided it between these two dots. I added 0.5 here and added 0.5 and made a new dot. Okay. For my bust, I also contoured my bust. I removed 0.25 here and removed some, what is this? Some inches here, okay, just to give a good fit. This, I did not measure the inches here. I just connected from the waist 1 inch to the bust point. From the waist, second dot from the waist is 0.5 inch. So whatever is here, I don't know. Whatever inches are here, I don't know. But I did not replace them. Okay? Reason being, I'm just snatching on the waist. So I cut the bust dart out. And I contoured the neckline to avoid gapping on my pattern. Up measurement I used from my bust to under bust is the same measurement I went up from the bust line to make a line where I'll reduce the gapping. So it was 3 inches from my bust to my under bust. So I took 3 inches from the bust line to up, and that's where I created the line that I used to reduce the gapping on the chest line. Then after closing that gap, I made my neckline like this. You can see how my neckline is. So like this. So came and put my measurements here. This dot I had to replace it on the pattern. This dot I had to replace it here. But this 1 inch, 0.25 on each side and 0.5 here, I did not replace it because its intention was to snatch the waist. Here on my hip line, or we call it the full length, all the dots, I had to count them because I'm not snatching on my hip line. I'm only snatching on my waist and my under bust. I hope you understood. I hope. So before anything, I'm going to come and close this dart. like that. So I'll use this glue stick and close here. So this is our bust. I've closed my bust dart. And one thing I have to do, I'll have to take this like this to make it straight. So after closing, I'm going to come and cut out this pattern, and we shall do the back pattern. But before doing that, I'm going to come here on this line and come up by, you can come up by 2 inches or 1.5 or whatever inches you want. So I'll come up by 3 inches. You can come up by 3 or 2.5 or whatever. So I'm going to come out up by, let me measure from here to here. It's 2.5 inches. So yeah, that's it. So we did not add sewing allowance on the seam. So when you're cutting your pattern, you have to add sewing allowance on every part, because even on the side seams we did not add sewing allowance. Remember, we the line that I marked blue, so I'm going to cut okay. Sorry, maybe you sent me hi, hello. I did not see it because the network cannot let me. The network today cannot let me rest. Okay, so this is our front pattern. So this is the front. I'm going to label it. This is the center front, middle front, side front. When you're cutting out this pattern, you have to add 0.5 sewing allowance all around it. So you have to add 0.5 sewing allowance. Okay, so you're going to cut the back part. That's the front. What paper should I use for the back? This one? Okay. Let's wrap the back. So we are going to take the same measurements as before. 10 inches. 13. No, we don't need to take the under bust. 10 inches bust. 13. And then I told you my back is less by 1.5. So this is the waistline. I'll take my bust and my waistline. You may not need the under bust. Then we are going to reduce this. My pattern was 21, right? 22. I don't remember. It was maybe 21 or 22. So whatever you put on the back pattern, you come up by 1.5 inches. I'll measure that when the time comes, because the truth is I don't know if it was 20, 21 or 22 I used. So I'll come back to that. So I'll take this side, match it up. This was 14.5. And then down, which I don't remember. Bust, waist, shoulder. So on the we don't really need the neckline. We really don't need it. So I'll not bother to make it. I'll just mark the 7.5, the shoulder measurement, divide by 2, and here I'll come up by 2 inches to indicate where the chest line is, because for the chest line we need it. Okay, so this is our chest line. So now on our center back, we are going to come in. We are going to come in on the center back by 1.5 inches. This is 1.5 inches on the center back. Okay. And come down where our pattern is supposed to stop. Let me check. This was what? This was the waistline. Waistline. Okay, I'll just do this. My waistline is 16. 16 plus 6. Yeah, the measurement was 22. So I'll just come here and mark 22. And then from that 22 mark, come up by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches, because we separated, we we subtracted the front waist from the back waist, so it is going to be shorter by 1.5 inches. Yeah, so on this line I'll take 1 inch. So in the center back, I come on the chest line and take 1.5 inches. I come on where my corset is supposed to stop, I take 1 inch. Then I'll make that line there. So now we are going to take our measurements from here. So we are going to take our waist dart, the nipple to nipple measurement is 3.5. It's here. It's here also. It's here also. It's here also. So we shall make a straight line. And take the usual back dart, which is 1 inch, 0.5 on one side and 0.5 on the other side. We shall take that down on the hip line. We shall take 0.25 on one side, 0.25 on the other side, and we shall connect okay. Then we are going to take another dart. Remember, we said we have to remove 4 inches on the waist to snatch it. So I'm going to come on the waist and add 0.5 inches, which means I'm going to take 0.25 on one side and 0.25 on the other side. This what I'm adding is just the other 4 inches we said to reduce from the waist. So from here, from this dart, I'm also going to take again my nipple to nipple measurement. It will be here. So I'm going to take 3.5 inches, another 3.5 inches to make a dart here. Then come on this line again, make another 3.5 inches. The same here, the same here. So I'll make another line here, and I want to take the 0.5 inch dart. So I'm going to take a dart of 0.5, which means 0.25 on one side, 0.25 on the other side. So I'll do the same here and do the same here and do the same here and do the same here. Then we are going to measure our measurements. Take our measurements. So my waist is 8.5. waist divided by 4 is 8.5. I'm going to come and take 1 inch and add it here. Bust is 9.5. I'm not taking away anything. And here, the same measurement I'm going to use for the chest line. You can come on this line, on the chest line, this line, and just bring it straight from here. So you can bring it straight from here to here like this. I hope you get me. Yeah, like that. So on this line, I'm not changing anything. I'm just taking the real measurements, the actual measurements minus nothing plus nothing. Okay. So it's only on the waist, I'll add the 1 inch dart. This one, I'll add it, which I've added. And on my, you call it the hip line, call it the length, I'm going to take, which is 11.25. I'll add this dart because we are not snatching anything on the waist. We add 0.5. So we are going to connect. And now we shall also come up by the inches we said. But before that, I'm going to, this is my center back. This is my side back. So I'm going to come down here to any point I want. I can come down to the bust line or come down maybe to 1 inch below the bust line. So I'm just going to get my curved rule and come down maybe like this. Okay. So this is going to be our pattern, and to make it equal also, I'm going to place this here. Make sure everything is equal. Let me first measure this one because it's not straight. It's 10.75. So to be precise, I'll take this slanting dart from here. Remember, this is not straight. This is a bit straight. So I had to measure it. You might not measure it. That's according to you and what you want. So I'll come here and slant in here like this. So this is our back. It's completely done. Yeah, we are going to cut off this. This is not included. So the eyelets will be here. This is the center back. So we are going to cut. Remember to indicate sewing allowance all around your pattern. So we have our 3 back pieces. This is the center back, middle back, side back. So these are our patterns we need. This is all we need to make our overbust corset. So this is our pattern. So we have our center, we have our front and our back. When we are cutting our front, we shall cut this on fold. This will be cut on fold, and we are going to cut the lining pieces and the fabric pieces. So should I stop here today? Let me see. So we are going to stop here today, my sweethearts. And your LD said hi, small girl said hi. I'm just checking now because my network was disturbing me. Just chill, I did not understand what you meant. But everyone who watched this live, thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. I'm going to be back maybe when I finish cutting all this. I'll cut this, the lining pieces and the fabric pieces. Then we shall be back to sew. We shall sew together on this live. Yeah, we shall sew the corset in the live, not this one. Another live. So yeah, you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when I come on live you'll be notified. Yes, thank you for watching. Yeah, I have to stop here today. I'll cut everything I need, then we shall be back for the sewing. Okay, have a good morning, a good night, a good evening. Yum.